Hello, my name is Mike, Mike Christian. I come from Manchester. I'm born and raised in Manchester. I'm a part of Roots magazine and TV production. We do a lot for the black community in Manchester. I'm linking them up with the UK. We do mostly black issues in the magazine. The magazine is UK wide. I've come here today to see some of the black history on expedition. I think it's very interesting. It's very exciting for the city to get to emerge on a new project like this. And I hope that the people who are funding the project and doing the project will be happy with the work, and people will see it in the future, what they've done, and they'll be proud to know that we are stamping out racism and putting a foot down on supremacism. We've actually done something for the community, for the black community, to show the younger ones what the past was like for being suppressed by a higher power.
Did you know anything about this revealing histories before you came today? Have you been told anything?
No, I've got told quite late actually. But now I'm glad I've put my suits on and come here and had a breakfast and come here to see what is here for us in Manchester to look at. So it's a small one, but it's a good start. They say good things come in small packages. With Manchester, it's more the mills. It was more like the workhouses, things like that. We used to work in the stables when Manchester was a farm. I know this from my own research. I know what they had a prince here, what lived there 1825 in Salford, and he was actually buried in Salford Cemetery.
A black prince?
A black prince, yeah. It was actually one of the Shaka. I think it was actually Shaka's son that came here and lived here.
Shaka?
Shaka Zulu.
Oh,
no, Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu son. Shaka was the one that, when Queen Victoria was to visit him, she said to Henry Rhodes, she wasn't amused when they killed him with insulin. So his son came here to work as a pardon, royal pardon. He worked in the Salford docks. Salford docks with the Polish, so till he's dying day, he died there. Yeah,
do you think it's the right way to engage with people? Or?
Yeah, it's the right way to engage with people, because it just bridges that gap between different religions and different people from all creeds, colour and creeds. So I think it's a good thing that we can have a little bit of everything shown in Manchester.
And do you think Manchester needs to, like you're saying, it was involved through the cotton and boys also involved with abolition. Do you think like there needs to be more taught in schools or to do young black people so they can know their history more?
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is for the younger generations born in Manchester to have a stable mind and where they come from, what is the future, because there's a saying, if you don't know your past, you don't know your future. So it's important to know your past, to fall onto your future, to change things, to have an understanding of yourself and where you come from.
Do you think there's more in America is being done to recognise slavery?
Yeah, I think there's more mental stability, more black stability there. With them having bigger organisations to cater for the black communities over there.
Why is it because of the whole civil rights movement? Do you think that America's...
Possibly. I think because it's in government, they have a government system what caters for everybody, not just one corner. You see, and I think the opportunities in America are more substantial.
We just spoke to a lady, like this idea of a lot of black people, whether they're West Indian descent or Afro-Caribbean, that you don't kind of have that connection with Africa.
Yes.
And because they don't really know the history beyond maybe, how they ended up in the West Indies or the Caribbean. Well, do you think that's important?
It's important for them to learn, man, because I think a lot of modern ignorance is because they don't look at the past and research the past and follow for the future. A lot of mistakes are made today is because people haven't really focused on the past and learned from the past. So I think the past is just as important as the future.
Do you think the governments and those people are willing to engage enough with, say, taking responsibility for, say, how wealth was made through the slave trade?
Yeah, in one aspect I think that it's still an important lesson for us to learn, but we shouldn't really take advantage of another race or another creed. You know, it's important that we still take life with other lives as level terms. And I think a lot of exploit and a lot of wealth was made out of the slave trade, and if a lot of people don't think about it now, we just feel off moving our foot step forward to the next level. That's all about the next level.
What would you like to see next?
Well, I'd like to see more unity in the city actually, and I think more communal places in town for black people. Because right now there's no clubs at all being funded for black people to meet in town so people can, you know, establish a better relationship with black people.
Do you think it's important that these things are advertised more and to get more black people down to
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really think they should do. You know, so they know that we're not just people we're half naked people in the past. I mean, we've had kings, we've had philosophers. The first handwriting on the earth was through a black man called Mush, an Egyptian black man, a pharaoh called Mush. He was the first one who did proper writing. Then the Greeks copied it after. The first religion was Ramesses the First. The first person to pray to one god was Ramesses the First. He was a pharaoh, a black pharaoh. So we have contributed a lot to modern society. You know, so there's a lot of history, but we've contributed to the community what people take for granted.